Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we are currently on the test server. We have access to everything that will be released in the next patch on Thursday. Check out the Bastion. Actually looks pretty cool. In today's video, I want to talk about an upcoming legendary hero that will completely change the game for all of us. Then, of course, we have quite a few different things that I want to cover. New missions, new Great Hall, new heroes, tons and tons of things. The new events coming for their 5th anniversary as well. Let me just quickly start by going over to the new patch notes. So right here they released this on their forum. So the 5th raid anniversary will be known as the Festival of Creation. It will basically bring some new changes to the Bastion, visual changes and stuff like that. For the duration of the festival, we'll activate an alternative design to everyone's Bastion. We already saw that, and they're adding new music. But the Festival of Creation itself will include a Titan event, a Hero Spat event, a custom deck of Fate, and a thematic champion fusion for Armans the Magnificent. Now, what we can expect from the Hero Spat event, the deck of Fate, a guaranteed legendary in the deck of Fate, most probably, maybe we're gonna get one for St. Patrick's, and I do have a new hero that could potentially be the one for it. Then, of course, the hero pet could potentially bring in a soul either for Armans, either for a different champion that we have in the game. Now, we already covered the fusion in a different video, guys. If you didn't have a chance to check it out, you can do so up here right now. Then, the new progress missions and the champion that will completely change the game for all of us, okay? And I'm gonna explain you why this champion is way more powerful than we initially thought, okay? So they've added 180 missions focused on the Cursed Series, Live Arena, Hydra Battles, Champion Awakening, and Gear Ascension. Let me just quickly walk you through the very first batch of them. So, right here at missions, you're going to have 3 different branches for the missions. You're not going to be stuck in completing the Arbiter first, then move to Ramantu, etc. You can go to Marius missions, and that's what you can expect. Earn lesser oils from the Sand Devil's Necropolis, from the Shogun, clear this stage on the Iron Twins Fortress, earn this much clan gold from clan quests, win this many bronze, silver, or gold crests in Live Arena, reach this tier in Live Arena. Most probably you will be required to reach gold as well. It is a work in progress. It's something that it will require you to grind for. You know, you will have to grind for it. It's not extremely easy to reach gold tiers at the moment in a Live Arena, but 6 months from now, 1 year from now, it will definitely be much easier to gather, you know. Purchase 2 items from the clan shop, ascend to accessories, ascend artifacts, clear this stage on the Iron Twins Fortress magic. What I do think that they will do, they will basically time lock us with the rotations of the Cursed City, with the rotations of the Hydra, which will keep us doing these missions for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months maybe, for a very long time. These are definitely not designed to be completed in 1 month, you know? Like, if I have the account to do it, I bet I won't be able to complete them in 1 month. They're meant to keep us on the grind for quite a few months, and I feel like the rotation will mess us up. And of course, you will have to use medals or crests in the Great Hall, you know. I'm not sure where that quest is, but I'm 100% sure that I've seen some, you know. Clear stage C5 of the Cursed Series on hard. Then clear, I don't know what stage. Spend 200 crests in the Great Hall. You need to do it. That's what I've told you. Save your crests for this. Don't jump on it to do it early on. Because, yeah, right now is only 200. But these are only the very first 60 missions. That are the easy ones. The next ones, they're harder. Then the last ones are even harder. Talking about Marius the Grelland. What exactly he will change for any of us? Think about Newt, right? Newt was offered as a fusion. Newt completely changed pretty much all of the PvE. He's one of the... He is the best PvE champion in Raid Shadow Legends. Well, Marius is going to be the same. And you know why? Because Marius will actually have an AoE damage on a 3-turn cooldown that or glory attacks all enemies 3 times. Each hit decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. Damage based on defense and enemy max HP. This will be so strong for Hydra. Think about Acrisia, right? Acrisia does her A2, bang, double hit AoE. Then you have Marius, triple hitting on a 3-turn cooldown, enemy max HP hit. Not only that this will completely change the game for our Hydra teams, for all of us that will go for this character, but even for dungeons, okay? For Arena, I don't think this will be impactful as damage, enemy max HP, it never is. But for everything else, is mind-blowing. And everybody tends to care about everything else but Arena. Now, when we're talking about Arena, because he will change our game in there as well, it all has to do with the passive. Whenever an enemy changes form or attempts to decrease this champion's turn meter, counterattacks using this champion's default skill. So that is going to be very, very helpful because with the basic skill, he will have an AoE a hit and a chance to land an feeble debuff, which will make the enemy weak hit, which basically he cannot create, he cannot land debuffs, he cannot manipulate turn meter, any of those things, you know, and that is very, very, very powerful. That's how this champion will change the game for all of us, guys. He will be very impactful, and I know a lot of you guys will struggle to get this champion, unfortunately. I do wish that the missions are not too hard. I hope they won't be too hard for the other tiers, but just thinking of Ramantu, I feel like a lot of people will get stuck in live arena for a while. And even with tag team arena, it is hard, but if you are really willing to put in the work to rebuild teams, retry it, stay up a couple of hours before reset to make sure you're pushing in, you're going to be able to do it, most probably, you know. But it is a lot of work, a lot of time required to get these things done, you know. And I understand when people don't do it because, yeah, everybody has other things to do, and some of the things are more important than getting into Gold 1 in Tag Team Arena, or God knows what else these new missions will require. The next thing that I really like about him is that he increases his own defense and accuracy, and he has a chance to stun, you know, and grants the extra turn, allowing you to open with this skill and move into the A2 and deal the damage with increased defense with the accuracy on, and have a chance to decrease the duration of buffs, you know. So he will be very, very impactful. I just wanted to kind of like point that out because this was something that we haven't actually saw before. Plarium did not showed this to us on that file that we had with the hero. Then we have the new area bonuses. We have, of course, the new thingy here for Arena is basically counting how many fights you've done during the week, and the champion rebalance. Now, if we are talking about the new Great Hall areas, let me just quickly show them to you if you're curious about the tiers. So you have Potion Faction Wars at Grade 1, the Dungeons at Grade 2, Iron Twins Fortress Grade 2, Demon Lord should definitely go to Grade 1, make it easier for everyone to get that done. And then you have the Sand Devil and the Phantom Shogun and the Cursed City at Grade 3, which means that is going to be very expensive to get 1 to max level, okay? To be more specific, check this out. You can see all the info on the site. It will be pretty expensive, you know, and the very first thing you want to do on all of them, if you're planning to move from one to another, is get a 20% ignore damage. It's going to be absolutely massive on the Sand Devil in the Cursed City next level. Then we have a few new champions that I kind of like want to show you guys. They're actually pretty awesome, but I want to show you the one that I think it will be guaranteed in the deck of Fate during the Titan event. It might be the Grand Oak Padraig. I think the St. Patrick's Day is going to be this month in around 20 days, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on it. And I don't think they will add a batch of new heroes this month. So maybe this is going to be the one. You already have, how you may notice, the clove, right? It's a clove. I think you're calling it a clove, if I remember it correctly. So that might point towards it, you know. And he's actually a solid one. He's actually going to be a solid champion for the Fire Knight. With the A1 attacks an enemy, has a chance to decrease the cooldown of a random ally skill by 2 turns. With the A2, you have ally attack with all of the team. Fully restore all the destroyed max HP and give you continuous heal. With the A3, fills the thermometer of all allies, cleanses all the team and gives you increased speed. And the passive will basically buff all the team at the start of this champion's turn. It will give you a buff. If you're an attack champion, you get increased attack. If you're a defense-based champion, you get increased defense. If you're a support champion, you get increased accuracy. If you're a HP champion, you're getting a shield. And most probably it will be for 1 turn, because every time he takes a turn, he's going to buff the team. And you have a speed aura for dungeon battles. So this, as a guaranteed legendary, is going to be super, super solid. Hopefully that will be the case. But keep that in mind. You might want to start saving sacreds, primals, soul stones as a possibility for that deck of fate, okay? I do think that we're going to pick him from there, but I'm not sure. It's just a hunch. Then we have Fina, Blade of Aravia. She's going to be the exclusive faction captain for the High Elves, and I really think she's pretty nice. So with the A2, places a block damage buff and immunity and a counter attack on a target ally for 2 turns. If the target is not this champion, resets the skills of all of those champion skills. Wow, on a 3-turn cooldown. Very, very nice. Then, of course, the unity for the faction. With the A3, she buffs with increased attack, increased crit rate, and increased crit damage on all of your team. And then, if you have 1 faction ally, you get extra turn. If you have 2 faction allies, you're gonna get a cleanse. And if you get 3 faction allies, you're gonna get protected buffs. The aura is basically going to give you speed and crit rate, only for High Elves. And the other skill, basically, that has the passive, that will have faction unity. 1 ally, allies deal 25% more damage when attacking out of their active turns. 2 allies, whenever a buff is removed or stolen from an ally, or when it expires, fills their thermometer by 10. And 3 allies, allies will ignore 5% of the target's defense for each buff on them. The more buffs, the more defense you're going to ignore. So this is definitely a very solid legendary hero that I would love to get. We have a new mythical champion for the Ogryn tribes. Seems pretty interesting. I'm not going to read all of these skills, guys, because it's, my god, a whole page right here. But I'm going to keep it like this so you can take a screenshot or check it out for yourself if you want. He seems pretty interesting. It seems that he could potentially be a good damage dealer. He revolves around HP burn. He will require the accuracy for it unless this champion has 100% crit rate or more, which is nice. It's nice knowing that you don't need the accuracy for it. Now, HP burn can go on Stone Skin. We know the drill. He can place Stone Skin at the beginning of his turn, which is nice as well. The second phase as well will be HP. So I'm expecting this to get to really deal the damage, you know. He can put increased defense on the team. He can put defense down on the enemies. Do extra hits if they have HP burn. Extra turn if you kill somebody. So I feel like he could potentially be pretty nice. Then we have the epic that will be used for the fusion. Khafru the Deadkeeper, an undead, the second void epic for the undead. And if you don't have the possibility to get the legendary fusion, guys, definitely consider to keep one of them. He places Unkillable and Taunt on himself, decreases the damage that the allies receive, and he will get that damage instead. Attacks all enemies. Before attacking, removes a random debuff from all allies. You're getting a bit of a cleanse. So you're getting a heal. Is not a bad epic hero. You know, definitely pretty interesting. But that was all for this video. Let me know your thoughts on Marius. Do you think he will change your account if you get him or no? Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.